Welcome to Decode. In this video, we will discuss about a real example of constructing a box plot. In the previous video, we had an introduction of what is required to construct the box plot, what is the information we could get from the box plot. To construct the box plot, we need to find 5 numbers from the data. That is minimum, the first quartile or 25th percentile, median or the second quartile, or it is called as Q2, or it is also called as a 50th percentile. This is sometimes you can use median and some other time you can use the second quartile for marking the middle of the box. The fourth value required for constructing a box plot is Q3 or 75th percentile. And the last value which is required for constructing the box plot is maximum. So we will see what is the procedure for finding percentiles Q1, Q2, Q3 or quartile boundaries Q1, Q2 and Q3, or at which position we will get Q1, Q2 and Q3. Step 1. We need to order n observation from smallest to largest in the increasing order. Step 2. Determine the product NP. N means number of values. N is taken from the first step and P is the percentile value. If I want to find out 25th percentile, P value will become 0.25. So here N is the number of numbers and P is the percentile value you want to find. For 20th percentile, P becomes 0.2, like 35th percentile, P becomes 0.35. Likewise, 50th percentile, P becomes 0.5. Step 3. If NP is not an integer, the product between NP, if it is not an integer, we will round that value to the next highest value. Round it up to the next integer and find the corresponding ordered value. If the product of NP is an integer, we will calculate the mean of kth, means that particular position value, and k plus 1 value, the mean between kth and k plus 1 ordered observations. Here is an example for constructing the box plot for the following data. We have this data. Very first step in constructing the box plot is to order the observation from smallest to largest. So if I order the observation from smallest to largest, the resulting table would be like this. Okay, so next we need to determine the product of NP. In the previous explanation we had seen P becomes 0.2 for the 20th percentile, P becomes 0.25 for the 25th percentile, P becomes 0.75 for the 75th percentile, and N remain constant for finding all these percentile because number of values in the group of values will remain constant. So N is 18. We have 18 numbers. We need to find out 25th, 50th and the 75th percentile to mark Q2, Q3 and Q4. So P is 1 by 4, that is 0.25 for 25th percentile. P becomes 1 by 2, it is 0.5 for the 50th percentile. P becomes 3 by 4, that is 0.75 for the 75th percentile. If I obtain product between NP, at the 25th percentile, the product of NP is 4.5. At the 50th percentile, for finding out the 50th percentile, the product of NP is 9. 75th percentile will be at 13.5. According to our discussion in the previous discussion, if the product of NP is not an integer, then we'll have to round it up to the next value. So here 4.5 and the 13.5 are not integers. So we will have to round it up to the next integer to find the corresponding ordered value. So 5 is the next higher integer from 4.5. 14, we are rounding 13.5 to 14. So the fifth element in the ordered value, that is 158, is the 25th percentile of all these values. 14th element, that is 181, is the 75th percentile, that is Q3. So we will see how to handle this 50th percentile value. It is an integer. Depending on the procedure we had seen in the previous explanation, if the product of NP is integer, we need to add the element corresponding at that place and the next place. So we will see the elements at the 9th and 10th place. We will average it out. We will find out the 50th percentile. So here in this case, so we have the median and the 50th percentile will be is equal to 166. So 50th percentile or the middle line of the box plot could be anything. So you can either use the 50th percentile or you can use the median. It is dependent on the kind of analysis procedure, or if you prefer median over 50th percentile or 50th percentile over the median, you can use any one of these two for marking the Q2. And the minimum value is 136 and the maximum value is 205. So we have all the information for constructing the box plot, that is the 5 numbers: minimum, maximum, 25th percentile Q1, 50th percentile Q2, 75th percentile Q3. With the help of these numbers, we will construct the box plot. First we will mark the minimum, next we will mark the maximum number, that is 205. So these will form the range of values we will get through this box plot. Then we will get 158, that is at Q1, and 181 at Q3. With the help of this Q1 and Q3, we can plot a box, and we will have to write the 50th percentile at 166. Depending on our previous calculation, we have obtained 166 as the 50th percentile, or it can be called as a median. So this is the final box plot. We have the data in the upper table. We have obtained 5 number summary. Then we have plotted the box plot. Now we shall see what is the range and the interquartile range of this box plot. The range of box plot can be obtained by subtracting maximum minus minimum. So the minimum value here is 136 and the maximum value here is 205. So the range becomes 205 minus 136, that is 69. We can even obtain interquartile range. So for obtaining the interquartile range, we need to subtract Q3 minus Q1. So Q1 is at 158, the Q3 is at 181. So the interquartile range Q3 minus Q1 will get us 23 number, that is 23. The interquartile range is 23. So additionally, we can show mean on the box plot. So the middle line which we have in the box plot currently, it is a 50th percentile, or we can call it as a median. So the mean of the box plot can even be shown on the box plot, or mean of the set of numbers can be shown on the box plot. Mean can be marked on the box plot with the help of the dot. So mean of these set of numbers which we have constructed box plot for is having 168.22. So this is the box plot we had constructed, and this is the mean at the point 168.22. With the help of all this description, we have obtained the box plot with the help of 5 number summary, and we are able to depict mean also. This is about how to construct the box plot, step-by-step explanation. You can find the material used for creating this video in the description section of this link. You can advise me on any topic which you like me to create the videos in the upcoming series. Thank you for watching. See you in the next set of videos.